pleased to welcome Dave Bloomsness, a member of Southern Oregon Skywatchers. Also recently went on a trip on a NASA ride into the stratosphere using a telescope larger than Hubble. Dave, how are you today?
Good. Nice to meet you, Craig.
It's wonderful to see you. So tell us, first off, how did you get to go on this amazing trip?
Well, actually, my partner who I went with is Robert Black, who teaches astronomy at North Medford High. And he's known about this for 10 years. He's been waiting for this to come out. NASA does these trips, and they take educators in order to kind of spread the word to the public. And he's been waiting for 10 years for this to come up. And so him and I work together a lot with the students at North Medford High, so he thought I'd be the perfect partner for him because they want teams of 2. And so that's where I heard about it.
Wow, and you just did it, what, last month?
It's been about 6 weeks ago.
Okay, 6 weeks.
Beginning of May, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so tell us, what was the best part for you?
Well, the best part was just working with the NASA people. They're just great. They were so welcoming and outgoing, and every time they'd get something good that they wanted us to see, they'd call us forward. We had our own console on the plane that we could watch monitors, but the imagers had a different console that we were actually seeing the images come in.
Wow, okay. And so, correct me if I'm wrong, commercial jets fly as high as 30 or around 30,000
feet, right.
Okay, so you guys were up 45,000 feet. What are the differences?
Well, there's less atmosphere, and because of the plane we're on, we had to carry these special bags that had an oxygen bag on them, where if we lost pressure, we just put this bag over our head, you know, like a plastic bag that they tell you don't play with them.
Yeah, interesting.
And it has a little oxygen cylinder, so that way you can keep breathing, because once it goes, it's gone. And it clears out fast if it loses pressure. So we have to have these strapped on the whole flight.
Okay, and so can anyone go on a trip like the one you went on?
Well, they kind of put the word out, and then people apply for it, and then they go through the applications. We had I think 80 people apply, and they picked 24.
Wow.
So I feel lucky.
Yeah, and nationwide, correct?
Yeah,
wow, that's
nationwide.
Incredible.
And NASA's actually partnered with Germany on this, and they've had a few German teachers fly about a year or so ago, but it's been mostly Americans at this point.
Oh, very cool. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Much more Dave in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Dave Bloomsness, who went on this unbelievable trip aboard a NASA. Is it a jet?
It's a 747. It's actually an SP, which is 48 feet shorter than a standard 747, which gives it longer endurance.
Wow.
And plus saves weight.
Well, yeah, when you're flying 45,000 feet, every little bit helps, I would imagine.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Exactly.
So you're up in the stratosphere. Tell us, what were the highlights of this trip?
The highlights, well, one of the highlights on the first night we got to actually sit in the cockpit with the pilots and land, which was something you can't do on a commercial flight.
No, not anymore, if you ever could.
Right, and the 747, you're up on the 3rd floor in the cockpit, so it just feels like you're not actually on the ground when you land because you're so much higher
so
up.
high.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, you don't get to do that anymore.
No, you don't. No.
All right, so, and there's this massive telescope. It's literally bigger than Hubble.
It is. It's 100 inches, which is about a little over 8 feet, and it weighs 17 metric tons, which I don't know what that is in regular tons, and the whole thing floats on an oil-filled spherical bearing. So when the plane hits turbulence, it looks like the telescope's dancing, but it's actually holding perfectly still, and the plane's moving around it.
That's unbelievable.
That's amazing. It's just amazing.
Wow, that's so cool. Okay, and so if anybody wants to learn about you and Robert Black's trip on Sofia, is it? Yes,
right.
They can find you guys on Facebook.
Yeah, we have a Facebook group, 2 guys from Medford fly NASA Sofia, and it's the number 2 not spelled out.
Okay.
So and you should be able to find some information on that.
And you're also a member of Southern Oregon Skywatchers,
right.
and you welcome people off the street to join.
People can come to meetings, they can come to star parties, they can join, they can just come hang out. We're pretty friendly.
Okay, pretty friendly.
All right.
Very good. Dave, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming.
Appreciate
I appreciate it.
Thanks for the time.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.